What is good, guys? I am back with another video, and in today's video we are going to be giving our predictions for the final roster of the Demon Slayer game. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Now, I honestly think that the roster is going to be 25 playable characters, mainly because of the tweet that CC2 did saying that 25 was a lucky number, and also the roster from the gameplay we've seen, like the character select screen, it looked like it was made for 25 characters, to be honest. But in this video, I'm also going to be giving my honorable mentions and why they're my honorable mentions and why I think some characters will be in the base game. Now on to the honorable mentions. So for this game, I think there were like 4 characters that they should have been in the roster, but I don't think they're going to make the cut of the roster because of the roster size. They should have made the game, but they haven't. They probably won't. But nothing's confirmed yet. This could change in due time. But the first honorable mention I have is Kanao. So why I picked Kanao for one of the honorable mentions is that she plays a really huge role in the rehabilitation arc, but she's a demon slayer. So I think at this point, I think we need only demons, and anything else might just like not complete the roster, because we already have like 18 demon slayers. I think we need as many demons as we can have. Now, next honorable mention, we have the Swamp Demon. Now, this demon was the first demon that Tanjiro actually like fought on a mission. So I think it's gonna be vital for the story, but I actually think it's just gonna be story mode only as a boss fight, as it's like kind of hard to portray as a character with like 3 people. But I actually think he should have been a playable character, but won't make the cut because of the roster size. Now next, we have some controversial opinions. So we have 2 characters, Tamayo and Yushiro. So now listen to me, I don't think Tamayo or Yushiro will make the base game, because I'm not sure if we're going to be playing as them in the story mode at all, or maybe even against them. I think they're just going to be in a few cutscenes and that's it. And for them to make a whole new moveset for that, I don't think it's actually worth it, or like they would actually do that. But if they do, that's all for the better, I guess. So I think Yushiro is actually more likely than Tamayo, but anything could actually happen. Now moving on to like my predictions for the base roster, the remaining 7 characters. Now let's talk about the first character that absolutely needs to come to the game, and that is Rui. So we've already seen a bit of gameplay for him with his webs and everything, but it wasn't a lot. But he's vital for retelling the story of season 1, because that's when Tanjiro unlocks his Hinokami Kagura form, and honestly, I think he's one of the fan favorites. As soon as we learned about his backstory and everything, and what Muzan did with him, I think he has become one of the fan favorites, and people really want him in the game. So I think he should be the first person on their priority list to bring to the game. But Rui is not the only demon that has to come to the game, is he? The second demon that needs to come to the game at any cost is Kyogai. He would be such an interesting character with his drums and everything. And I honestly think he could be one of the most unique demons to play in the game. I don't care if he doesn't have any like story mode boss fight type thing, like where he can rotate the room or anything. He can be perfectly balanced, but also really hard to play and really deep as a character. So I think Kyogai could be an amazing character if they do him right in the game. Now here I'm going to talk about 2 demons as a whole that obviously need to come to the game. So this is the Tamayo House arc, and two demons from that arc that are mandatory are Susamoru and Yahaba. These guys have already gotten some boss fight movesets, but I think it just needs a bit of tweaking and they could make a playable character out of this easily. I think it would be like really dumb not to take advantage of all the already made boss fight movesets. And honestly, they're also vital for retelling this arc. We already know that they're gonna be a boss fight and everything, but having them as a playable character would just add that, like, chef's kiss to it. Now, the last demon I think that needs to be added to retell season 1 of the anime is Muzan. Now, they don't have to give him any special moves or anything. His actual moveset could just be normal combat without any special powers, because we don't know much about him in the anime yet. I mean, in the manga, sure, we know a lot about him, but we don't know much about him in the anime, so I think they would just do a normal combat moveset like how they did for Itachi in Storm 1. And yeah, that's all of the characters that need to be added to retell season 1 of the anime. They could add more, like I mentioned in my honorable mentions, but I think these characters are necessary to like retell the story and also like give us a way of experiencing it ourselves and playing with these characters. Now on to the Mugen Train arc. Now with the Mugen Train arc, there are two demons I would love to see in game. So the first one is Enmu. So I would like to see Enmu in game, but I actually think he might be really hard to make, because I think we're gonna have him as a boss fight, and it would be hard because he might not have a moveset that's suitable for versus mode, just like the Hand Demon. And yeah, I could see him being a playable character and being like really interesting and having a lot of depth like Kyogai, but I really am not sure. I would love to see him in game, but I think the developers would have to take a lot of time to actually make another moveset for him and remodel him as well. So now coming to the next demon. This demon is, I think, everyone's most awaited demon to come into the game, and it's Akaza. Like before the Mugen Train movie came out, everyone's fan favorite was probably Rui as a demon, but now I think it's like turned the tables and Akaza has become the favorite demon because he's so likable and just badass in general. I did not like what he did to Rengoku though. But with all jokes aside, I think he would actually make for like a really interesting character in this game. He could be like the Rock Lee of this game, using only like hand-to-hand combat, and yeah, he could have like a really dope moveset in general. And yeah, with that closes out the 7 characters that I predict for this game to have as its final roster, and all of them are demons. We've already gotten confirmation about demons coming to the game with free post-launch updates. I'm happy that they're not doing DLC and it's just free, but I do really wish they were at launch though. With that being said, it's your boy KTK, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment if you liked anything about the video. And see you guys.